Hello, and welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm teacher Oakley. Today we are going to continue our vocabulary, pardon me, vocabulary lesson about money. Words, phrases, collocations of words that we use to talk about money. Today we'll be talking about uh, we'll be learning words and phrases to discuss money, rich people and poor people, and who's got it and who ain't, wealth and poverty. Uh, okay, we'll be learning this vocabulary through a mix of different types of exercises, mix and match, fill in the blank, as well as some interspersed conversation about money, mammon, the almighty dollar, as we call it. Okay, as soon as I get a couple students in the class, we'll get this thing rolling. Money, 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 money. Money, a common topic and useful thing to have some English vocabulary to discuss. Okay, today's vocabulary class, more about money. Come on in and join me and we'll get this thing rolling. Okay, here we go. All right, great. Hello, Claudio.
Oh, hi, Oakley. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you very much. How are you?
Oh, doing well. Thank you as well.
Good to see you in class again. Okay,
I'm glad to be here.
terrific. All right, here we go. Hello, Hector. Good evening to you. Hi, Hector.
Hello, Clay. Good morning to you.
Thank you, sir. Awesome. Okay, gentlemen, let's get started. Of course, others can join us whenever they can get in the class. It makes no difference. Well, here we go. Now we got some folks in the class. Hello, Javier.
Hello, Auckland. How you doing?
Doing okay today. How are you?
I'm fine too.
Great. Welcome to the class. Hello, Italo. Welcome, welcome. Hi there.
Hello. Hello, Oakley.
Hello. Welcome to the class.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's get started here. I'm going to do a screen share. All right. We're going to talk about, well, rich people and poor people. We're gonna look at some sentences. All right, different sentences here, and interpreting the whole, maybe almost like reading comprehension. Do these sentences mean that the person has lots of money or very little money? So you got a 50-50 choice here. Okay, is the person wealthy or not wealthy? Very little money or lots of money? Okay, so just read the sentence and then give me your guess. Claudio, I'm going to start with you. Sentence number 1, please.
Okay, the wedding's at one of the best hotels in London. Her father's a very healthy man.
What? A healthy man?
Wealthy.
Yeah, yeah.
Wealthy.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. So, does he have a lot of money or very little money?
A lot of money.
A lot of money. Wealthy. Okay, he's wealthy. All right, he's got some money. All right, big weddings. Claudio, in your country, do people spend a lot of money on weddings?
Oh yes, probably.
Yeah.
They they have spent a lot. It depends on the class, the social class that you belongs. But I think
Hmm.
all Brazilians have spent a lot of money with weddings, and ironically, these weddings have broken after
Oh,
6 months.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. The marriage failed, we can say. Ironically, the marriage fails after 6 months. Yeah. Tragic. Yeah. In the United States, you spend a lot of money on weddings, and actually here, where I now live in the Philippines, even though it's obviously a less wealthy country, they spend even more money on weddings. It's incredible. They'll put themselves in 10 years debt for the wedding. It's absolutely a little bit crazy. Uh, Let me quickly say hello to Naibe. Naibe, welcome to the class. Howdy. Good evening. Naibe, I can't hear you yet. And that's why we do microphone checks. Naibe, you got to fix something because I can't hear you yet. Okay. In the meanwhile, Hector, can you read number 2?
They must be pretty well off. They've just broke a six-bedroom house.
Okay. Now, do they have money or not too much money?
They have much money.
They have much money. Okay. Much money. Okay. Money is an uncountable noun. So
A
you're
lot of
absolutely,
money.
yeah. Uh, you're not wrong to use much money. Grammatically speaking, it's correct. I want to point out that we use much with uncountables and many with countable nouns. But for some reason, we tend to use much and money in the negative. I don't have much money. They don't have much money. Yeah, we're more likely, it's more common in conversational English, as you said, to say a lot of money. All right, so pretty well off or just well off means that you're wealthy. I have to point out something a little weird here. Six-bedroomed house is a little strange for me. I guess this is more the the way the British would do it. Americans just say a six-bedroom house. We don't add this ed here at the end. So, and but in both British and American culture, when we talk about a house, for some reason, we tend to designate the size of the house by the number of bedrooms. A two-bedroom house, a three-bedroom house, like that. We don't talk about square meters or square footage or anything like that. Or how many bathrooms. For some reason, this is the yardstick which we use to talk about the size of a house. Uh, okay, Javier, are you
Here,
connected?
Auckland,
Yeah,
just
Claudia?
because it isn't clear to me, and we have to add this AD
Uh,
after in American English.
no, we do not add the ed in American
Oh,
English.
okay, sure.
You, yeah, it's strange for me to see the ed. It must be a British thing. Yeah,
Just 6 bedroom would
that's
work.
right. That it would work. It will work. It does work. In realtor ads and advertisements, that's what you see. Six-bedroom house for sale. Low price. Yeah, right. Only $3 million. Right. Okay, Javier, are you
Yes.
are you in? Oh yeah. Okay. So you're having a little connection problem.
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
Okay. Now, loud and clear now. Okay. Number 3, please.
Okay. I won't be able to have a holiday this year. I'm a bit short of money.
Okay. They have a lot of money or not much money?
Not much money.
Not much. So a bit short. Not only can we use this in a general sense like it's used here, but even in a day-to-day sense, you go to lunch with your coworker and you might say, "Hey, I'm a bit short. Can I borrow $5 so I can get a cheeseburger?" It's actually very common to use this expression when you ask to borrow money. I'm a bit short. Can I borrow a little bit of money? This is very common for English speakers. Yeah, okay. Javier, have you ever been a bit short of money when you want to buy lunch or coffee or something like that? Just some ordinary, simple, day-to-day
Yes,
thing.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. I have been a bit short of money a long time ago, not now, but I have passed for tax experience.
Okay. Hey, that's life, Javier.
Yeah,
Ups
that
and
it
downs.
is.
It took me many years to realize don't worry about money because it goes up, it goes down. You have money, you don't have money.
Yeah,
Ah,
yes, it is.
ah. The only thing you know is going to change is that it will change, right? That's the only thing you know for sure. Okay, Italo, number 4, please.
Number 4. My father's got a very good pension, so my parents have been quite comfortable since he retired.
Ah, this one's interesting. So do his parents have a lot of money or little money?
A lot of money.
Yeah, well, I would tend to say a lot of money. Quite comfortable. Okay, this is kind of an odd expression in English. We say, okay, my parents are comfortable. I make a comfortable living. When we say this, we're saying that we're maybe upper middle class. We're trying to be modest. We're trying to downplay the fact that really we've got plenty of money. We don't really have to worry about money. It's a little bit strange trying to be modest about it or not brag about it, I guess, when we use this phrase. Naibe, is your microphone working?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I certainly can. Terrific.
Okay. I
Okay.
can't. Number 5. I can't
Yeah.
come out tonight. I'm broke.
Do you have a lot of money or little money if you're broke?
Little money.
Yeah, actually, you have no money.
Yes, no money.
No money at all. Broke, or sometimes we even use the expression flat broke. I'm flat broke. So we're stressing the fact that we have just no money at all. So yeah, if you're broke, that's no good at all. Yeah, Naibe, have you ever been broke? Like maybe when you were in university, something?
Yes, I I've been.
Yeah, you've been there. All right.
When I was a student, I
Right.
broke. I was broke.
I was broke. There you go. Not I broke. You can't. We don't use it at like a verb. It's not a verb here. It's an adjective. So that's right. Good correction. I was broke. Yeah, many of us were when we're students. Sure. Okay, Claudia, back to you. Number 6.
Okay. I lent my brother some money last week. He's a bit hard up at the moment.
Uh-huh. So, how's the brother? Does he have a lot of money or not too much?
Oh, my brother needed some money,
He
and
needs some money. Yeah.
and
Right.
I and I lent some
Right.
money.
So he needs money. So he's a little bit not completely broke maybe, but he's a bit hard up. Means that
Bit
you
hard
don't.
up.
Yeah, it means you don't have enough money to pay your bills like that. Okay.
Just to 1 month, to those weekend or those week at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the suggestion here is that you just don't have enough money, and it's also if you're a bit hard up. Notice at the moment this is common with the expression hard up. It's usually meant to also show that it's temporary. That's right.
Like like at the line of the movie theater.
What?
At the line of the movie theater. So I paid the ticket to my brother because he was hard up at the
Oh
line of
yeah.
the movie theater.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the idea. All right. In the line of the movie theater. A bit hard up, we would tend to use more for like they can't pay their bills. It would be more likely in the line, not on the line, but in the line at the movie theater to use. He was a bit short of money, so I paid for his ticket. It'd be more common to use that expression in that sort of temporary meaning. Okay,
Okay.
great. Hector, how about number 7? Hector?
Yes, I'm here. When the children were young, we couldn't afford to go on holiday.
Okay, so a lot of money or little money?
No, little money.
Little money, okay. Notice I say a little, but they have little money. Please don't say a few money. We use few for countable, little for uncountable. Yeah, a little money. Okay. So often, okay.
Oakley, excuse me, Oakley, I have a question.
Sure, Javier.
Holiday
Ah,
means vacations?
yeah, exactly. Thank you. Good point. Holiday for Brits means a vacation. Americans don't use this for Americans. A holiday is like Christmas, Easter, New Year's Day,
3 days.
etc. Yeah, like that. Or not even free days. I mean, Halloween is a holiday, but everybody has to work on Halloween.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, not even necessarily a free day. You might not even get off of work at all.
Or special days.
Special days, yeah, that's better. Right,
Okay.
right. But Brits use it to mean vacation time, uh, or even travel vacations. Uh, okay. All right. Javier, actually, next one here, number 8.
Yeah, yes. They have 3 holidays a year, so they must be loaded.
Yeah. So if they're loaded, that means they have a lot of money, or
Well,
not
I
enough.
wish to have 3 holidays, but I'm not loaded.
You're not loaded. Me
No,
neither. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't get 3 holidays a year either. So, so Javier, we're in the same boat. Okay.
Yes.
Financially, anyway, we're in the same boat. We have a similar situation. All right. Here's another good idiom to use, which is often used to talk about money in the same boat when you're comparing. Okay.
They're probably thinking, but
Okay. All right. Here's some more. Basically the same idea. Actually, we're going to continue. Italo, number 9.
Number 9. He won the lottery last year. They say he's a millionaire.
Yahoo. Well, okay. Obviously, he has a lot of money. Italo, do
Okay.
you ever play the lottery? Or
Yes,
you do?
but I never win.
Yeah. Who does? Really?
Yes,
Uh, they say you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning.
yes.
Yeah. So I wish somebody would pay me $1 million if I was struck by lightning. That might be easier. Okay, right. Okay. Nayib, number 10, please.
This latest tax will make life even more difficult for families on low incomes.
Uh-huh. Okay, so obviously it's they're talking about not people with a lot of money, but with little money. Naibe, are the taxes fair in your country?
I don't know what is tax.
Ah, really? Well, I'm not.
Really.
I don't want to. I don't want to teach you. I want to leave you there in your blissful, um, blissfully not knowing about tax. Tax is the money that the government takes from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So,
understand. Here we have a lot of
yeah, a lot of tax.
taxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone says that.
For the house, for the car,
Yeah.
for everyone. Ugh, everything.
Income. Yeah. Right. Right. And right. And some taxes will tax the richer, more wealthy people more. Some will affect more poor income families. For example, a value added tax, VAT tax. Some of you probably are familiar with that. That taxes everybody. So everything you buy, you have to pay a tax. So it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Hello, Max. Welcome to the class.
Hello.
Hello. It's going okay. Thank you. Nice to have you with us. Uh, okay, Max, can you read number 11 and we'll talk about it a little?
I can just about get by on what I earn.
All right. So would the speaker be wealthy? Would they have very little money or no money? Or would they be wealthy?
Exactly what I earn.
Okay. Do you know any other phrases? We have other idiomatic phrases for that. Do you know any?
I don't have
Okay.
deep pockets.
Don't have deep pockets. Oh, that's a good one. Excellent. Living hand to mouth also is exactly this idea of I have to pay exactly what I earned, and so the money in, the money out. Don't have deep pockets. That's another good one. All right. So conversely, we can say someone has deep pockets. Oh, he has very deep pockets to mean that he's wealthy. So this one goes both ways. You can use it for negative or positive, wealthy or poor. Okay, that's a good one. Have deep pockets. All right. Great. Thanks, Max. Hello, Carlos. Welcome to the class.
Hi, thank you.
Also making killings. Make killings.
Make a killing. Make a killing.
Killing.
Yeah. It has to be a killing. You have to be very specific about that. Well, that's different. I mean, that has nothing to do with making just enough to live on or just enough to get by on. If you make a killing, like in the stock market, for example, doesn't mean you murder a doesn't mean you kill your broker. Though some of us may have wanted to from time to time. What it does mean is that you make a lot of money and fast, usually fast, but a lot of money is the key. Okay, Carlos, sorry about that. Number 12. Can you read that one for me, please?
Millions of people in developing countries live in poverty.
All right, so Very little money, no money, or wealthy?
No, really little. Poor people.
Very, very little. Very poor people live in poverty. Um, Interestingly, governments use this word in English. Actually, we have a lot of co-locations with poverty. For example, there's something called the poverty line. Carlos, do you know what the poverty line is? Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, yes. If you are below that line, means you're poor.
Yeah,
It
pretty
it's
much.
related to the income, no?
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, we have the
Uh,
same expression in Spanish.
yeah, it gets a little confusing when governments talk about poverty because they talk about the working poor, the poverty line below, above the
Yeah.
poverty line. Yeah, they try to make it as confusing as possible. So maybe you
Mhm.
don't realize you're poor. Like we don't realize we're poor. Come on. Yeah, anyway, thank you. Okay, Claudio, number 13.
Okay. He's lived a life of luxury since he started his business.
Okay. He's lived,
He's
not
lived.
not lived. A life of luxury. Okay. So how's he doing?
Oh, yes, maybe in a good way to live, but probably he worked a lot before in his own business before he sold that.
Yeah.
So he deserved he
Okay.
deserved this new life.
Does he? Okay. Well, that's subjective, but sure, maybe he does. He worked hard. He deserves what he got. Great. Another related term you may hear in English. This one's kind of weird, and I don't really understand it myself. Instead of a life of luxury, I could say he's lived the life of Riley. Who is Riley? I have no idea. Is this a made-up
Ryle,
person? Riley. It's a last name. It's a common enough English last name. Riley.
like a richest family. If
I
you were Riley, you have been lived like a
I
rich.
I have no idea. Yeah. If you live the life of Riley, you live a life of ease, a life of luxury. Very much the same meaning as a life of luxury. Same
Of
meaning.
course.
But I have no idea who Riley is. So anyway, no idea. Okay, last one here on our little list. Hector, number 14.
Huh. He lost his house, his car, everything. He's been made bankrupt.
Bankrupt. Very good. So how's he doing
He lost
financially?
he lost everything.
Not too good. Not so good. No. I have to point out something else. He's been made bankrupt. This is grammatically correct in English, both British and American, but Americans also tend to just say he's bankrupt. We don't need to make this. Um, we don't need to make this crazy passive present perfect structure. I can just say he is bankrupt. Uh, as bankrupt as an adjective, which would be much more normal for Americans, simpler too. Uh, okay, Hector, if you're bankrupt, what happens? Do you know what happens when you're bankrupt? What does that mean? You're bankrupt.
The bankrupt is when the people don't have some things and mm, lost his 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 things because bad maybe because bad business.
Maybe a multitude of reasons. Health, I don't know, disaster, your house falls down a hole in an earthquake, who knows what reason. But okay, the idea of bankruptcy is you don't have enough money to pay your creditors. An individual, your creditors are the people you owe money to. So an
Or
individual,
for
yeah,
companies too?
for companies too, that's right. And a business can go bankrupt or an individual can go bankrupt. You don't have enough money to pay your creditors, so you can tell that you're never going to have enough money, so you file bankruptcy. So you officially claim bankruptcy, you file bankruptcy. Then the court gets involved, and there's a court proceeding to see who gets any of the money you do have.
Okay.
Yes.
In the United States, every person can claim yourself as a bankrupt.
Yes, that's true. Well, yes, any person can claim themselves bankrupt, but you can only do it once every 7 years. Of course, if you're doing it every 7 years, you're never going to, once you claim bankruptcy, you forget about getting any kind of loan for 7 years. It's going to take 7 years just to bring you back to zero. And then you have to build your credit. So you're looking at 10 years before you really can get back into any kind of financial stability where if you need to borrow money, you can. So you're looking at 7 years of no loans, no help if you get into any kind of financial trouble. So
In Russian, it's the recent trend. Not recent. I mean, this law that person can claim yourself as a bankrupt. The government created in this year.
Really? Just this
Yeah.
year? Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Wow.
Until this year, only businesses and company was be able to claim.
Ah, I see. Would be able to claim. Yeah.
Would be able, yeah. And the person can claim yourself as a bankrupt only if he or she can to pay a lot of money. It's
Okay.
it's stupid law because
Okay.
it's very stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
No, it's okay. It's interesting. I was involved with a company that went bankrupt in the United States, and I hate it. I mean, I hate the laws because how it works is, of course, the government gets its taxes. The court decides who gets any money, so that you have to sell all your assets, anything that's worth anything, property, equipment, vehicles, all must be sold to pay as much of your bills as you can, plus, of course, whatever you have in your bank account or whatever. It stinks because the government always gets paid first, and then utilities get paid. Anyway, the long and short of it, and then other creditors, suppliers, and the employees are always last on the list. So the employees never get their money. If their company goes bankrupt, if you're working for a company that goes bankrupt in America, just forget it. It's not worth your time to file for your money. You're never going to see your money. It's hopeless. You're last on the list. So the bankruptcy laws for businesses is no fun either, Max. I'll tell you. Yeah, okay, a good point, Javier. Somehow, some people, rich people who file bankruptcy manage to keep a lot of money. I don't even understand how they do that, but well, I do. They hide their money, is what they do. They say, "Oh, I'll give my wife." What's his wife's name? Trump's wife? Whatever. So he gives his wife or kids a lot of money, and then the court can't take that money, or properties, or yachts, or whatever. So then they just give it back to him, 2 years later. It's crazy. Doesn't really work. Anyway, let's go back to talking about money. Let's look at some rich and poor idioms. What do these things mean? Again, still same thing. Are they rich or are they poor? Where do we leave off here? I think Italo. Your turn. Does it mean they're rich or poor? Italo, are you there? Italo? No? Okay, we'll come back to you. Naibe, number 1.
Number 1, she's got money to burn.
Awesome. Okay, so is she rich or poor?
Rich.
Yeah, very rich. Obviously, if you can burn money, you must be very rich. Money to burn.
I think that I don't burn my money.
I think I don't either. No, I'm with you there. My goodness. Yeah, money to burn. Okay, this is just an expression for
Okay.
somebody really rich.
I have
Claudio.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just a question.
Sure.
In this first phrase, and
Yeah.
she's got money to burn. If I said she has got these apostrophe s mean has, not is, and not is.
That is
So,
correct. That's right. You got to be careful of these pronouns with the apostrophe s. You're right. It could be is or it could be has. Usually you can figure out it's has because you've got a verb behind it, a past participle verb behind it. So yeah,
okay.
you got to be careful of that. True, true, very
Who
true.
use who
Thanks.
use who
Go ahead,
does
Mac.
use who use I mean she's gotten money to burn. Gotten.
Gotten.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, this is weird because we use it with another verb. She's gotten. Well, no. Wait a minute. She's gotten herself into trouble. She has gotten herself into. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, maybe has got is the whole form. It's tricky with got, okay, because you have different forms. Gotten. All right. Usually, if you want got to be the main verb, she has gotten a new kitten.
In this phrase, Yockley,
It's
if I
difficult.
said she's gotten money to burn, having a difference between, there is some difference between she's gotten money to burn to she's got money to burn.
A little bit. She has gotten money to burn. Okay, there's a you can't say that. Okay, you can say this sentence 3 ways. She has money to burn. Has being the main verb. Okay, that's very simple. She's got money to burn because we can use has or has got. I have got a dog. I have a dog to show possession. It doesn't make any difference in English. If I were to use she has gotten money to burn, the idea is that she has recently acquired money. There would be a slight difference in meaning. If I just say she has or she's got money to burn, there's the idea that we don't know how long she's had the money, where she got the money. Oh, it's just a simple idea that she's got a lot of money. She has gotten money to burn. There's a suggestion that this just happened. She just acquired this, whatever. She has gotten a dog is definitely would imply that yesterday or very recently she acquired a dog. She has got a dog just simply means she has a dog. We don't know 2 days or 20 years. Okay, so there's definitely a difference there.
So with using she's gotten money to burn, we are talking about in a period of time. So during this weekend, she has gotten money to burn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. You would have to use some kind of time clause to help you to indicate that it was very, very recently. Otherwise, it sounds weird. Because again, please remember this is obviously an idiom. We don't like to fool around with the words in the idiom. So it's very, very uncommon to hear gotten money to burn. That would be very odd, actually. You would be understood, but we don't tend to tinker with, fool around with, play around with idiom words. So the whole idiom is got money to burn. Anyway, all right. Okay, where were you? All right, Nayib, Nayib number 2.
Okay, number 2. He has. He has?
No, he is. Now this one is he is. There's no verb behind
Okay.
it.
Okay, he is on the breadline.
Okay, so is he rich or poor?
Uh, sorry, okay, I don't know what is breadline.
Aha. Okay. Well, let me explain. Back in United States, and I suppose in other countries as well, this is probably true. But in the United States during the Great Depression, back in 1930, there were so many poor that they would organize. You would stand in line to get a loaf of bread. Okay, so if you're very poor, you could stand in line and wait for 2 or 3 hours or whatever and get a loaf of bread for the day. So that's the bread line. So obviously, if you're waiting in a bread line, if you can spend 2 or 3 hours just to wait in line, it means you don't have a job. It means you're very poor. So if you're on the bread line, it's an expression, an idiom that means you're very poor, pretty
Okay.
much destitute. You need help from other people in order to even survive, to eat. Okay. All right. Max, number 3.
Money is a bit tight at the moment. I
Okay.
have problem. Houston, I have a problem.
Okay. Houston, we have a problem. All right. So if money's a bit tight, does that mean you're rich or poor?
Poor?
Yeah, well,
So.
yeah, more, yeah, you're absolutely right. Leaning a little bit more toward poor. Maybe you're living hand to mouth. Okay, maybe you're just getting by. So it means you don't have any extra money. So if money is a bit tight, you have no extra money for anything. All right, your sister-in-law tries to sell you something. She's a salesman. You might say this. Well, money's a bit tight, and I'm sorry I can't buy your product that you're selling for your new company. Sorry, just money's a bit tight. I have just enough money to pay my bills. Like that. Okay, Carlos. Number 4 is interesting.
Yeah, we need to tighten our belts.
Ooh.
Yeah, it means that it's similar to the number 3. You should watch out. We don't spend too much because you are having financial problems.
Yeah. Okay. If you need to tighten our belt, maybe that means you need to reduce your food budget by 10%. Maybe be a little more careful using electricity. You need to, okay, maybe you have to give up doing some recreational activities that cost money, things like that.
Don't pay for the cable. Don't buy the newspaper.
Don't buy the newspaper. Right? Yeah.
Russian government has told us
Very
us
good.
this phrase last month.
That's right.
Every day.
That's right. I saw that in the newspaper. Absolutely. All right. Russians are going to need to tighten their belts. Okay. Of course, the imagery is that you don't have enough to eat and you get thinner and thinner, and so your belt size goes down and down. It's not a pretty picture, but yeah.
Opposite of tighten. Which verb?
Yeah, well. Oh, opposite of tighten.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's okay. All right, you
Loose?
tighten, loosen. Thank you.
Loosen. Actually,
Loosen.
we never loosen our belts.
Ah,
But
actually, that's interesting. We use tighten our belts, and everybody in English, we all understand the idiom to mean we have to be more financially responsible and careful. But when in English, when we say I'm going to loosen my belt, it means that you're going to relax, like after a big meal. After our traditional Thanksgiving meal, we all loosen our belts and watch a football game and relax for a few hours. So it's kind of weird, but the idioms are different meanings. It doesn't.
Okay.
When we use loosen,
I
we don't
I
really
try
mean.
to use it. I know you understand me. You would understand me.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I would, but I'm an English teacher. Other people would not. Oh, I've made a lot of money. I want to loosen my belt. A native English speaker would not know what you mean. What? Why? Are you going to eat your money? I don't understand. Okay, anyway, back to Claudio, number 5.
Okay. They live in a lap of the luxury.
Okay, so what's the idea here? Are they rich or poor?
Oh, they are kind of poor that have lived like luxury guys. I don't know if I'm
You're making that up.
I'm
Nah,
trying to guess.
yeah, you're getting creative on me. Okay. No, the idea here is that they live lavishly. There's a good English word for you. Lavish means with extra expense, extra fancy. Okay. They they live with beautiful paintings and furniture and a huge house and brand new cars. All right. Swimming pool and a hot tub in the lap of luxury. It does not necessarily mean that they're rich. Of course, we can assume they're rich. Possibly not. Possibly like Donald Trump, he's actually bankrupt. He has no money, but I'm sure Donald Trump never did not live in the lap of luxury. I'm sure he lived very, very well, even as he was going through bankruptcy. So it doesn't necessarily mean they have a lot of money, but it's, implied. Okay.
Could I could I be talking about some people who like a new soccer player who have spent a lot of money, more than money that he can spend.
More
So
than, yeah.
he's living in the lap of the luxury, but after this moment he's gonna lose he's gonna lose he's
Well,
gonna lose his money.
it's it's pretty straightforward. There's no implication that they will lose it or they will keep it or that they're rich or that they're poor. The fact is they're living with lots of material wealth. They have a lot of stuff, things that we we kind of connect with having a lot of money.
They
Indoor
have
pool,
spent,
an outdoor
they have
pool,
spent a lot of money. Like
yeah. Okay, they're living like rich people, whether they are or not, or keep it or don't keep it, that's irrelevant.
I got it.
Okay. Whoopsie, wrong click here. Okay, just a second. Let me bring that back up. Okay, Hector, number 6.
we are Struggling
Very
to
good.
make ends meet.
Okay. Meet. We're
Me.
struggling to make ends meet. So, rich or poor?
Um, poor,
Poor. Yeah. Again,
poor.
to make ends meet. Okay. Again, living hand to mouth, just getting by. Same idea. You're having a hard time paying your bills with your income. Is the idea. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Javier, number 7.
She hasn't got a penny to her name.
Okay. Rich or poor?
I think she doesn't have savings. Probably is poor.
Yeah, she's broke.
Broke, yes.
Yeah. Another way to say she's broke or flat broke. She hasn't got a penny to her name. Okay. Nothing at all. Exactly. Okay. Italo, number 8.
Number 8. They just live from hand to mouth.
Rich or poor?
I don't understand
Okay.
this phrase.
First of all, Italo, they just live, not live. Live or lived. The verb form is the short I. Live. Okay. The long I, the I sound live is only for an adjective. A live rock and roll band. A live concert. Okay. Uh, or lives, the noun. My life, one life, two lives. For a noun or adjective. For the verb, it's I. For noun or adjectives, it's I. Okay, they live from hand to mouth. Okay, very similar to the idea they're struggling to make ends meet. They're just getting by. They make just enough. Okay, from hand, the work they do, this is their income. All right, by using their hands, they make an income. They make a salary or a wage, but what they make goes right to their mouth to feed themselves. So they don't have any extra money. They live from hand to mouth. They're not taking vacations. They can't buy a new TV or anything. They have just enough money to pay for their basic needs.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Naibe, number 9.
Number 9. She she has she had worked a fortune.
Worth is not a verb. So this is she is worth.
Okay, she is worth fortune.
Okay. So is she rich or poor?
Rich.
Yes, very rich. You can also make a fortune, like make a killing. We discussed earlier. You make a killing in the stock market. You make a fortune in commodities, what have you. So you can make a fortune. That's also very common. Or you're worth a fortune. You have a lot of money. Okay, you got about 5 minutes. Shakespeare once said, "Neither a borrower nor a lender be." Don't borrow money, don't lend money. Okay, often second language speakers confuse these terms, lend and borrow, and associated vocabulary. Let's look at a dialogue here between Peter and Mark, and what word or words could we fill in the blank with? Max, start with Peter. Peter says,
Mark, can I lend £5 for a couple of days?
probably not, Max. Max, I'm not going to
Borrow.
approach you and say, Max, please let me lend you some money. Why would I do that? I'm not crazy. Borrow. So you
Okay.
want Peter wants money. So he's going to ask Mark, can I borrow money for a couple of days? Okay. Carlos. Now, Mark might reply.
I am always lending you money. You still owe me £10. I lent you last week.
Perfect. That is perfect. I'm always lending you money. So Mark this is a habit. Peter's in a habit of borrowing money from Mark. He's always lending him money. Notice the structure here with the verb to be, always, and the ing or present participle. This is very common in English to show, this is expressing the idea. Carlos actually used very good intonation to express the idea that Mark is frustrated, a little upset. I'm always lending you money. God, he's a little angry. All right, this is a common construction, present continuous tense with always, to show dissatisfaction or sometimes surprise, but more disgust, dissatisfaction, whatever. You still owe me. Okay, if you need to pay somebody back money, you owe them. And the past tense of lend is lent. Okay, very good. Claudio, Peter might reply.
Yes, okay. Oh, Peter. Oh, don't worry. I'll pay you back.
Yeah. Sure, when? At Christmas.
Not sure when.
Christmas? No, on Friday. I promise. Okay. Yeah, it never works. All right, one more. See if we can do one more real quick. Okay, starting off, Hector, Peter might say. All right, we're saying it a different way.
Different way. Mark, could you... Oh, no. Could you... No.
No, could I borrow? Could you?
Could you lend
That's
me
it. Very good. Could you lend me?
£5?
Very good. So notice the key here is the subject noun. You lend,
Yes.
somebody's asking, could you lend, could I borrow? All right, that's the key there. Okay. Javier, Mark might reply.
You're always borrowing money from me.
Right.
You still haven't paid back the £10 I lent you last week.
Perfect. Very nice job. Excellent. You are always borrowing money from me. So see how we can switch that around, lend and borrow, depending on the subject noun. Okay, and finishing it off, Italo?
Yes. Peter, I know, don't worry. You'll pay back on Friday.
No, Peter needs to pay Mark, so you
Oh,
will
get
get it back.
you'll get it back on Friday.
Yeah, okay. And Mark would reply, I'll believe that when it happens. I'll believe that when it happens. Okay. Very cynical, as we
I'll
are
tell
about
you,
money.
I'll pay you back in a blue moon.
In a blue moon. Maybe when pigs fly, Max. Okay, thank you, everyone. Remember, neither a borrower or a lender be. Thanks a lot for joining me.
Thank you, please see you.
See you guys
Thank
again.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Javier, everyone. Thank you.